Hello everybody. Welcome to this live class. My name is Ismenia Alvarez and I am so happy that whoever is joining today and whoever is taking the time after today or tomorrow to watch this video that I have prepared for you with so much love and care. I hope you can feel it. Well, today, as every Friday, we go Monkey. Hello, Monkey. Monkey is always here with us in this class because he is remembering us about our monkey brain that is always there to protect us from any threat, any danger, and that danger could be also fake and it comes from our worries, our anxiety, and our negative thinking. All right, so he will stay here with me on my lap. Yes. Today we're going to talk about how becoming more positive will help with sleep, improving our sleep. Going back to 2 or 3 classes ago, we spoke about how cortisol and melatonin, 2 hormones. One is a stress hormone, cortisol, and the other is the sleeping hormone. That's the hormone that induces our sleep every night. And when the cortisol levels are too high during the day, remember, sleeping is not only when we are in bed. Sleeping is also, I would say, sleeping is about how we carried out our day, and we take everything with us to bed. So when we are always worried and overthinking and predicting all the time the worst outcome ever, that also increases the levels of cortisol. Why and how? Well, remember we also spoke about the amygdala, which is a small brain that is called amygdala because it's the shape of an almond. So that is the brain that activates the fight or flight response, which is the stress response, right? And it has to be activated quickly. Why? Because the brain cannot wait whether or not a threat is fake or true to get activated. Because what if we are in a very, very stressful, dangerous situation that we get in an accident, we need to react fast, we need to act quickly, okay, to save life, to save our life, or to save somebody else's life. That is why this sympathetic nervous system, let's call SNS, it has to be activated quickly. So it's so sensitive. But the thing is, it reacts to a fake, again, or a truth danger. When we are worried and we worry too much, and then when we start overthinking and predicting the worst of every situation, guess what? The amygdala reacts and prepares us to fight or flight. And the way that does it is it has to talk to the thalamus, which is another part of our brain, say, hey, there is a danger here, we need to act quickly. And the thalamus say, okay. And then goes to the adrenal glands and say, hey, We need to act quickly. We need to move quickly. And then they're not going to say, okay, I'm going to secrete cortisol, norepinephrine, adrenaline to make you act quickly. And then we start all this bodily reaction. Yes, that's why we get into sore tummy, sweaty hands, and the heart starts pumping fast because we need to move quickly to save our life or somebody else's life. And whenever that happens, do you remember when you wake up in the middle of the night, what is one of the first bodily reactions you feel? Your heart rate is up the roof. Of course, because your cortisol levels are far too high. And it's preparing you to fight and flight. And you say, well, I'm sleeping. Yeah, but the mind doesn't know that. The cortisol levels are high. And then after, okay, the cortisol levels are increased because of that. There's no danger. It's just a negative thought, a worrying thought, overthinking, because we are all connected, guys. Okay, so how becoming more positive will help? Well, if we keep the cortisol levels low when melatonin has to turn up to induce us to sleep, that is how it helps. If you can tell me, I know you can say, well, becoming positive is unrealistic. Well, so does that mean that being negative is realistic? Predicting everything, the worst of everything, does it seem realistic to you? And if you cannot place yourself on a place of positivism, to be positive, what is if you get into a more neutral place? Would that work for you? And the best way to do it, and I will always say that because it's the truth, people. Have you heard of the law of attraction and vibration? When we are worried, stressed, anxious, frustrated, fearful, our vibration, the frequency is far too low. But the only way, well, not the only way, but one of the best ways to do it is to become grateful and appreciate your life and appreciate everything you are and everything you have in your life. I have people asking me, I don't know what to be grateful for. What should I be grateful for? And then I get back and respond to that. Do you have a bed where you sleep? And I say, yes. Well, that's something good, isn't it? Do you have your body complete? Yes. Well, there are a lot of people that they don't have their limbs. Maybe lower limbs. And I have seen people without any limbs. And they are keeping going with their life. Isn't that a good thing to be grateful for? The other thing to be grateful for, honestly, the more when you, at the beginning, you don't know what to be grateful for. But then when you start realizing all your blessings, there will be at some point that you will not stop be grateful and finding things that you are grateful for. You open your eyes. Imagine all these people that are blind, they cannot see the colors. And you have been blessed, and I, to see the colors of nature. You know what is red, you know what is blue, you know what is yellow. You can distinguish those colors. And we take everything for granted. when you get your plate on your dining table. For example, you're eating an egg, just an egg. How many people have been involved to get that egg to your dining table? From the people who are farming the hens and then are collecting the egg, feeding the eggs and looking after the hens and feeding the hen to get the eggs and collecting the eggs. And then you have them that go to the supermarket and there are people cleaning them and making them looking good when it gets to your plate. Those are things that we take for granted. But what the whole point of this, guys, is when we focus on the gratitude and the blessings, we cannot think negatively, we cannot worry, we cannot overthink. Why? Because overthinking, stress, anxiety comes from fear, and gratitude comes from love, from light. And love and fear cannot coexist. I want you to remember this. Love and fear are two completely different and completely opposite emotions. So when you focus on the things you are grateful for, you cannot be fearful. And then when you start realizing and acknowledging your blessings every single day, your cortisol levels cannot go high. Cannot. Because if you are grateful, there's no stress that goes to the brain, and the amygdala get no signal to speak to the thalamus and tell, we gotta try, you need to put all your army, the stress hormones, in place. So if you cannot be positive, and you can starting small, so you won't get resistance to keep your gratitude practice. And what I have taught to many clients and other challenges I have had in the past is to get something to remind you to be grateful for, like a small rock, a small stone, and start playing with that. And if you can play with your family, honestly, playing with your kids it will double up the impact in your whole life. So start asking questions to your children. Hey, what are you grateful for today? Or start saying aloud, I'm so grateful today because we have the house, you have your school, you are learning. So this is the class today. I hope you enjoy it, and most importantly, I hope you take action. And after this class, there's always a homework, and it's up to you. And I am more than grateful for you to be watching this video today, and you that are online, even more grateful. Thank you very much for allowing me to be with you and listening to this message. And I hope it gets to your heart. So the homework is, as much as you remember, and I hope you rewatched this video, so be grateful for 3 things every day. Just 3 things. You can start making your gratitude practice stronger at some point, but we have to start small so the brain won't feel threatened, so you won't get resistance. Start small, being grateful for 3 things every day. And this is better if it's done in the morning because it sets your day for good. Yes? So be grateful for 3 things every day for a week. If you can do it for longer, but for a week until next Friday class, and let me know how it goes. And I hope you can see the benefit straight away, because that's how the mind works. The mind doesn't know about tomorrow or today or yesterday, because it lives in the present moment when you have the intention to do it. Thank you for watching. This is one of the practices that I teach in the Izzy Sleeping Method, which is an online